Hello and welcome to the Whoniverse. In this new video, I'm going to be taking a closer look at the teaser for Series 11 of Doctor Who, which was broadcast during the 2018 World Cup final. If you haven't seen the teaser, I've left a link to it in the description below. The teaser was mainly focused on the Doctor's new companions or friends, with Tosin Cole playing the part of Ryan, Mandip Gill starring as Yasmin, and Bradley Walsh portraying the part of Graham. We also got to see glimpses of Jodie Whittaker appearing as the Doctor throughout the teaser. The teaser doesn't tell us much, but here's a breakdown of what we might have learnt from it. The teaser begins with an establishing shot at a window of a cafe. It looks to be set at night. The next shot shows us Ryan sat at a table eating a fry-up. He's watching the coverage of the 2018 World Cup, which is relatable to the viewer, as it shows him as a normal person like you or me. Now, the audio of the World Cup coverage is playing throughout the teaser. This is mainly due to the teaser being specially filmed for the World Cup. However, if you listen closely to what the football presenters are saying, they could be giving away a few subtle hints about the new TARDIS team. Firstly, when we are focused on Ryan and the presenters discuss how he's a big game player, you can see that from the confidence he has on the ball. Now, I'm not suggesting Tosin Cole's character is going to be a professional footballer. Instead, I'm suggesting by reading between the lines that Ryan will be a confident character who is a big game player. I've got to say everything is really well filmed, with the cinematography and lighting on point. The costume Ryan has been given is again relatable, casual clothes, something anyone would wear. During Ryan's segment of the teaser, we see the phone screen lighting Ryan's face, and we are shown the screen is on. However, in this next shot, as Ryan notices certain items shaking on a nearby table, we cut to a wide shot and see that the phone screen is in fact turned off, and in a couple of shots' time, the phone screen is back on again. Just a small continuity error, but let's be honest, it could have been a lot worse. I'm looking at you, Day of the Doctor script on the TARDIS console during one of the most pivotal moments in the 50th anniversary special. Anyway, back to the teaser. As we see items shaking, it could be showing how the Doctor shakes up people's lives, sometimes for the better and sometimes for the worst. It could also be trying to show how once Ryan, Yasmin and Graham meet the Doctor, they never see the world the same way again, noticing small details that could mean nothing, but could also have greater meaning. We get this close-up of Ryan as he still looks confused by the shaking items. The footage has been slowed down, suggesting time slowing down as glowing white energy is shown. The teaser shows the energy to be linked to the Doctor, with her appearing at the same time as the energy. I don't think this energy will play a role in the series itself, or the Doctor as a character. I think it's just there just to show off the new visual effects and the idea of the show being science fiction and about time travel, with the energy emphasising the effect of time slowing down. While time is running a bit slower, we see the Doctor's hand reach in and dip something into the yolk of an egg on Ryan's plate. Now, it's difficult to tell what the Doctor is holding in her hand. It could be a toast soldier or a sausage. It could even be a fish finger, though that is very unlikely. If it is a fish finger, then it would be a nice nod to the 11th Doctor and his post-regeneration cravings for fish fingers and custard, but I think that's a bit of a stretch there. I don't think that's right. I'd say it definitely is a toast soldier. Now to the next segment, which introduces the character of Yasmin, played by Mandip Gill. So the sequence begins with an establishing shot of the living room or lounge space. Yasmin and two other friends are eating pizza while watching the World Cup coverage. The same World Cup coverage that Ryan was watching in the previous scene, which was set at night. I guess Ryan must be using iPlayer. Something I'm really liking in the way that the characters are slowly introduced, with a shot at first showing them with no sci-fi effects, no dramatic close-ups. Instead, there are always objects or people in front of them, showing the characters in relatable scenarios as they blend into everyday life. The audio of the football analysis is still playing with the presenter. I think it's Alan Shearer. I'm not exactly that good with football knowledge, so sorry if I got that wrong. It's saying the first touch was out of this world. Now, this quote I think could be referring to the TARDIS team as a whole, with the Doctor and her three new friends getting along with great energy from the start. The use of the phrase out of this world in a sci-fi show like Doctor Who, where the Doctor travels through time and of course space, is a nice reference. Back to the teaser, as the next shot shows Yasmin open a takeaway box of pizza to find the last slice gone, and instead it is in the hands of her friend. Now, as an actress, she looked familiar. I couldn't work out where from until I put an episode of Doctor Who on this morning, and she was in it. It was Series 10, Episode 5, Oxygen. And she was the extra who put her hand up in the Doctor's lecture about space and not crop rotation. There's no reference or Easter egg to be taken away from this, I just thought I'd put it in the video as an interesting fact. So the next shot shows the pizza box lid being closed, and then Yasmin turns to look at a set of shelves, shaking similarly to the items in the cafe. We then get a close-up of Yasmin's face as she begins to turn her head. The same white energy appears from earlier and the time slows down again. As this happens, we get a glimpse of the Doctor's coat and feet as she quickly walks around the corner. Yasmin seems to notice the Doctor for a moment, unlike Ryan. Is it possible Yasmin will be the first character to encounter the new Doctor? So the energy fades away and Yasmin opens the pizza box to find a whole pizza. She then looks back up in awe. As this happens, the audio of the football analysis can be heard again, saying they have the makings of a really great team. Again, this could be referring to Yasmin, Ryan, Graham and the Doctor as a great team. We then cut to the next segment, which introduces Graham, played by Bradley Walsh. He's waiting for his order of fish and chips in an establishing shot from behind the counter. Again, the World Cup coverage is on, and I think Rio Ferdinand, if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry, begins to talk much like earlier, saying they've got great energy and great flair, and they are what people are talking about. This is very true about the new TARDIS team, as talking about it is what many, including me, are doing right now. Now, before we get to the whole energy effect thing, I just want to take a closer look at the newspaper Graham's holding, as the sports page reads, "Star eases Sheffield tournament woes." The fact that this newspaper would have been specially made as a prop, and the way it's been turned up to face the camera, might mean at least Graham lives in Sheffield. It could be a national newspaper, so it may not mean anything, but I feel if the home of the Doctor's friends was Sheffield, it would keep the series fresh with new locations to explore with and without the TARDIS. Now back to the teaser, as we see a bottle of drink shake like the shelves in cafe condiments earlier. We then get a close-up on Graham's face as time slows once more, with the now familiar white energy surrounding him. We get another glimpse of the new Doctor as we focus on her coat and feet as she walks out the door, and then the energy fades, and it's revealed the newspaper has been replaced by an issue of Beano. Now Beano is a series of comics which featured characters like Dennis and Nasher, popular among kids for generations. This exact issue Graham is now holding is the 1981 Summer Special. This is the exact same issue that the 11th Doctor was reading at the beginning of Series 7 Part 2 Episode 2, The Rings of Akaten. This could be an intentional Easter egg for the hardcore fans, or just a case of emptying the prop cupboard. Either way, it's a nice reference. Now the fact that a factual newspaper was replaced by a comic book could be representing how Graham will be able to move away from being an adult and get to act a bit more childish. And with Bradley Walsh being known as a bit of a comedian, it makes sense he should be able to have a few laughs, as what's the point of being all grown up if you can't be childish sometimes? Once again back to the teaser as we hear more of the football analysis with the quote, "I'm really excited to see what happens." Another clever use of editing to relate to the teaser, as I'm excited to see what happens too. Now we get a black frame as the text, "The universe is calling," fades in. I can see this becoming the series slogan like Series 10 had, "A Time for Heroes." Honestly, the slogan works well. I really hope one of the teasers or items we will hopefully get later shows a close-up on the TARDIS sign, as the TARDIS phone rings, accompanied by the slogan, "The universe is calling." It would just make sense in my mind. The next shot shows the Doctor materialising with the same white energy as seen earlier. She's outside the cafe that Ryan was eating at, the Doctor played by Jodie Whittaker smiles at the camera, and with that, the new Doctor Who logo appears. Now the logo appears with the same background as seen in the logo reveal. This leads me to believe that these red gems or rocks will be part of the title sequence. I could be wrong, but this seems quite likely. So that's it, the Doctor Who Series 11 World Cup teaser. It's a short but sweet look at the Series 11 TARDIS team. There's a few subtle clues within the teaser, but you really have to clutch at straws to find anything else that refers to the past adventures of the Doctor, which in a way is a good thing, as if you're completely new to the series, you don't want to be bombarded with references. The series looked fresh with only sci-fi elements being the energy and the Doctor, meaning the companions will start as normal people, much like within the Russell T Davies era of the show. The sound design within the teaser is great, but the sound effects for the energy and the slow motion dunking of toast into the egg standing out. The score for the teaser was brilliant. Whether it was composed by Sigur Nakanola, the new composer for the show, is a question we're left with. The teaser itself didn't feature any monsters or big reveals such as the TARDIS interior or Sonic Screwdriver. However, with the Doctor Who panel at Comic-Con in only a couple of days, I'm sure we'll get more news then. So that was my Doctor Who Series 11 World Cup 2018 teaser breakdown and opinion. What did you think of the teaser? Which of the new Doctor's friends are you most excited for the Doctor to meet? And did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.